Okay, here's our lesson for today. In Schoology, here's the link to this exact very video. So watch this video carefully. Your challenge is going to be to work through these next few labs in this Unit 3 folder. So you should be on the finishing up the Intro to Gears assignment. Make sure again you know what a gear is and a sprocket is. You're finding out now these are labs that we're using gears, and gears are the round objects with small little spiky teeth on them, and gears need to mesh together to have one gear turn the other gear. Sprockets are coming up later on in these labs, and sprockets are like in your bicycle. Front sprocket where the pedals are attached to, the rear sprocket where your wheels attached to, and a chain drives the sprockets. A driver gear is simply the gear that is in charge, the lead gear, the first gear, the spinning gear, the turning gear. The driven gear kind of goes along for the ride. Whatever the driver does, the driven follows. Gear ratio kind of compares one gear's turning rate to another. The formula you can find online or in our worksheet that you use to build the base plate on page 2 and 3 is that formula. And we'll solve some gear ratio formulas too, but not this very second. All right. So the sub will hand out these sheets if you don't already have one. They're blue in color. So maybe I can go to page setup and make it blue so it looks like the actual document. That's better. So the blue papers. The idea is to, as you build each of the labs, so when your base plate is done, you and your partner will sign off. You will score yourself based on how you guys feel you did. Do you understand it well enough to teach it? Do you feel confident in it? Do you maybe not sure you could have made it without some help? So wherever you are, score, and then call the teacher over, show them your base plate, describe it to them, then they'll sign off on it. Same kind of goes for today's labs. These simple gear systems, there's system A and system B, same thing. When you get you got gear system B done, sign off on it, score yourself, call the teacher over, describe the lab to him or her, show them how it works, then they'll sign off on it. Okay? So in this first lab, here's simple gear system. So again, many of you already have these bushings attached. You already have the axles placed in the openings. You have this 60-tooth gear, 12-tooth gear attached. You put an axle collar on the front and on the back, front and on the back. You've dug in the small parts bin by the whiteboard, took a handle, put it on this gear, making this gear the drive gear. Then answer 1 through 4 below. Let's do that. So type in your answer for driver gear. Maybe it's the lead gear, this turning gear, the gear you turn. Driven gear would be the one that goes along for the ride. All right, it says build and test this system. We did that. What's the gear ratio for the system? That is, how many times does the driver gear turn as compared to the driven gear? It says the formula to solve this gear ratio is driven gear divided by driver gear. Driven over driver. Driven over driver. 12-tooth driven, 60-tooth driver. So I have a 12-tooth driven over a 60-tooth driver. I shouldn't really say divided by, I should say over. Because we're not going to divide, we're just going to compare. So it's not 12 divided by 60, it's 12 over 60. Now reduce. If you know your factors, 12 goes into 60, right? 12 goes into 12 one time, in a 65 times. So it's a 1/5 system, or for gear ratios, it's going to be 1:5, means 1 to 5, which means that one spin gives you 5. This is a 1 to 5 system. 1 to 5 system. Oops. And then it says, which gear turns faster, driver or driven? Well, if I turn this once, this turns 5. This one's spinning 5 times faster. So this case is going to be the driven gear turns faster. And then speed or torque, what does that mean? Well, let's think if you're if you're pedaling your bike and you pedal one pedal on your pedals, your tire spins 5 times. Granted, yes, it may or may not work, but you have sped up the system. If you put one turn of work in and you get 5, you've gained 4 complete spins. You're gaining spins, you are gaining speed. It's a speed system. And it says to, put the handle on this gear. This is now the driver. This is now driven. The gear ratio is the opposite. I have a driven over driver. Driven over driver reduces down to the same 5/1, which is a 5-to-1 system, meaning 5 spins equals 1. 5 spins equals 1. Which turns faster? Well, my handle turns faster. I'm turning 5, only getting 1. So the driver turns faster. And then speed or torque? Well, let's see what it is here. If I'm doing 5 times the work, only getting 1 turn out of it, so I've lost 4 complete spins. I'm doing 5, I'm getting 1, I've lost 4. So I've slowed things down, but I've gained a lot of power. Having this power system, if you want to try it out, what I would do is put the handle back over here, put your fingers and just kind of pinch this axle collar, try and stop the spinning of this gear as you turn the handle. Can you do it? I bet you can. Come over here, put the handle on this gear, take your fingers and pinch this axle collar, turn the handle and try to stop the spinning of this gear. You probably can do it, but which one was easier to stop? This one or this one? Okay, and then go on and says reconfigure. So you got to pull these gears off and then add these 2 gears, test this system, and show this system to the teacher. All right, that's how you finish this lab. When that one's done, you can, of course, get it signed off and then progress on to the next lab. All right, hey, good luck with this.